before. Too much on banana and always praising Dominica. Those things, my friends, I could not sing now.
From every corner of the world comes the DBS 1315 Total News.
In the headlines, Dominica's Minister of Environment commits to implementing measures to protect the Debwash area. In news from the region, St. Lucia's Prime Minister outlines safeguards in deportee talks, and internationally, Greenland's Prime Minister says we choose Denmark over US. Good afternoon. Welcome to the DBS Lunchtime News. I am your presenter, Kiwana Fontaine Wilson. Details of the news after the break.
Picture this. Turquoise waters, golden sunsets, and you on an all-inclusive Caribbean cruise for two. This Christmas, Daily 3 could make that dream come true. Spend $10 or more on Daily 3 tickets, multi-X or not, and you'll automatically receive a promotional voucher. Win cash prizes up to $2,000, a $1,000 grocery voucher, or the ultimate holiday escape, a Caribbean cruise for two. Play Daily 3 today and sail into the holiday of a lifetime. Your cruise awaits. Promotion begins Monday 8th December 2025 and ends Friday 16th January 2026. Dominica National Lottery. Everything is possible. Must be 18 or older to participate.
DBS News.
Welcome back. Minister for the Environment, Cozier Frederick, says the government, through the Ministry of Environment, is taking its responsibility seriously to ensure that the integrity of the landscape is maintained in the Debwash area. Dominicans have repeatedly expressed concerns about the environmental impact of quarrying in the Debwash area for materials needed for Dominica's international airport. Frederick assures that the government is committed to collaborating with the contractors to implement mitigation measures that will protect the area.
This site is an area that has been quarried before, back in the 1970s. In moving forward with the existing works for the international airport, the Ministry of Environment, we're taking this responsibility very seriously to ensure that all of the resources and the energy and the mitigation measures are put in place. The integrity of the land space remain intact. We are very mindful that there's a public concern as to what's happening here within this space, the Debwash quarry space. And so our response to the concerns is to connect with the developer and to have them to understand that there are scientifically proven methods of keeping this space intact while we do the quarrying process. The advice from the Division of Forestry is very, very important in this process. We are on the borders of a national park, and also we are bordered by a major river. And on the other side of the river, we have an indigenous community, and we also have residents downstream. So we're taking this intervention very, very seriously. One of the things we're mindful of is that the fact remains that this area has the best quality material that is needed for moving the project forward. The assessments have been done. And this comes from the previous intervention in 1979 when this place was quarried to resurface parts of the Douglas Charles Airport. We are mindful that when there's quarrying done for material, that there will be environmental impacts, and some of them can be very, very visible.
Minister for the Environment, Cozier Frederick. Meantime, Assistant Forestry Officer within the Forestry Division, Kelvin Felix, says among the mitigation measures being implemented to safeguard against environmental threats at the quarrying site is the establishment of a buffer zone.
To date, the activities of the Forestry Division have been focused on reducing erosion, runoff and sedimentation, and visual impact of the quarry. The quarry boundaries with the Northern Forest Reserve at the top, and to date there's a buffer zone which is 50 meters. So we provide a 50-meter buffer zone between the quarry and forest reserve. We have given technical advice to the developers with the implementation of sediment ponds to be done on site. We have also given the specific measurements for the sediment ponds, which is minimum 2 meters wide and 3 meters deep. This enables for easy access, easy cleaning access of the sediment ponds. Also, it was advised to the developers regular maintenance be done of the sediment ponds, that is to remove the sediments, the silt, in a timely manner. We cannot give a specific timeline as to say perhaps 2 weeks to remove the sediment, but with frequent monitoring, the sediments will be cleaned. Also, we encourage the developers to do terracing on the southwest end of the quarry. Terracing will be done with a gradient so that the water can flow back to the cliff and the water can drain out through the drains, and you can divert the water to the existing sediment ponds on sites. And with frequent monitoring, if there needs to be an increase in sediment ponds, then it will be done on site to minimize the amount of sediment erosion going down into the river.
Assistant Forest Officer within the Forestry Division, Kelvin Felix. The Minister of Environment, Cozier Frederick, led a site visit to the area with key stakeholders involved in the project this morning. In other news, Acting Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, Her Ladyship Honorable Margaret Price Fidley, has made a call for judge-alone trials in member territories. She says the practice has started in some states. Her Ladyship Honorable Fidley delivered the feature address at the opening of the new law year in Dominica yesterday.
Judge-alone trials have already commenced in a few of our member states, namely Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Lucia. We anticipate that the use of judge-alone trials will further streamline and increase flexibility in criminal proceedings. We also expect a significant reduction in the criminal case backlog, as the process is set to eliminate delays associated with jury selection and management, ensuring a timelier resolution of cases while preserving fairness and due process. I look forward to seeing the process being adopted further in the remaining states and territories. Complementing this initiative is a comprehensive revision of the criminal procedure rules, which have now passed the final vetting stage and are poised to be promulgated before the end of the first law term.
Acting Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, Her Ladyship Honorable Margaret Price Fidley. The Waitukubuli Dance Theatre Company is marking its 55th anniversary this year with a series of activities celebrating more than 5 decades of cultural expression in Dominica. Chairman of the Waitukubuli Dance Theatre Company, Raymond Lawrence, said the anniversary is being observed under the theme 55 Years of Creativity, Movement and Culture. The celebrations officially began on Wednesday, January 7th, with the official launch of 5 contestants for the 2026 Miss Teen Dominica pageant.
The company started off in January 1971, and through the years we have been able to stage numerous dance productions. We have traveled extensively throughout the Caribbean to stage performances. We have staged the teen pageant for 47 years. We have organized 5 carnival bands and organized other shows like Galaxy of Stars and the Miss Dominica Fashion Model Contest. So we thank God for allowing us to see and celebrate 55 years of creative dance in Dominica. And we, of course, ask God for his continued guidance, direction, and strength for our future activities. Our next planned event will be a Thanksgiving Mass at the St. Alphonsus Church on Sunday, January 18th at 9 a.m. We have planned the teen pageant this year for Sunday, February 8th, and then we have scheduled our 55th anniversary dance production for Saturday, May 30th and Sunday, May 31st. We're inviting the general public to support the activities of the dance company.
Chairman of the Waitukubuli Dance Theatre Company, Raymond Lawrence. This wraps up the national focus. Coming up next, regional and international news.
Boom! Just like that, the jackpot gets bigger. Dominica, the wait is finally over. Match 5 is officially here. Will your 5 numbers be the lucky ones? You can win over $10,000 every Wednesday and Saturday. Don't miss out on a chance to win big every week with the new Match 5. Tickets are available at any DNL agent island-wide.
DBS News.
Welcome back. In news from the region, St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philippe Pierre has assured St. Lucians that any possible acceptance of non-national deportees from the U.S. could come with strict safeguards. At Monday's pre-cabinet briefing, he emphasized that individuals with known criminal records would not be permitted entry and that health information on deportees would be shared with local authorities before any acceptance. While details on housing or long-term arrangements remain unsettled, Pierre stressed that St. Lucia would retain full discretion over who is allowed to enter. And internationally, Greenland's Prime Minister has said his people would choose Denmark over the U.S. if they were asked to make such a choice here and now. The Prime Minister's remarked at a joint news conference with Denmark's Prime Minister. U.S. President Donald Trump says the U.S. needs to own Greenland to safeguard against Russia and China. The White House has suggested buying the island, but not ruled out the use of force to annex it. This wraps up the DBS Lunchtime News. Thank you so much for listening. We invite you to tune in at 6 p.m. this evening for another newscast. My name is Kiwana Fontaine Wilson. Garvin Richards is up next with the DBS Lunchtime Sports Report.
Whoa. It's in the feeling in our weak side. It's in the meaning in our squad. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life is pumping. Together going strong. No matter what we keep this going. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
Get your money fast, join the family, call and find out now. You want that quick money to meet all of your needs, high speeds and top service, Easy Max Family. Qualify for 7.5 or maybe 10,000, 2.0 is 15 grand, Easy Max yours and mine.
West Coast Cooperative Credit Union presents the Easy Max Family Loans. Easy Max Plus of $7,500, Easy Max Pro of $10,000, and Easy Max 2.0 of $15,000. Yes, contact us today at 449-6556 or 449-9343 or 295-2682. Terms and conditions apply. West Coast Credit Union, your only credible choice for success.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Gavin Richards of the Lunchtime Sports Update. Let's bowl off with cricket news as the Windward Islands women's team suffered a late collapse as they went down to Guyana in the opening match of the Cricket West Indies Women's Regional T20 Blaze tournament this morning. Guyana batted first and they were restricted to just 96 for 5 in their 20 overs. Shakiba Janajbi, she top scored for 38. We had a wicket each going to Karina Noel, Janila Glasgow, Zeta James, Holly Charles and Afi Fletcher. The Windwards, well, they were 88 for 3, chasing 97 to win the match, but they stumbled in the final over and were restricted to 89 for 5 in their 20 overs. We had Janila Glasgow getting 41 and Afi Fletcher 33. The Windward Islands lost the game by 7 runs. Well, in other matches today, we will see Jamaica taking on the Leeward Islands. That game gets underway at 2:30 this afternoon, and at 7 o'clock tonight is Trinidad battling Barbados. Let's stay with cricket news as the West Indies batsman Alec Athanaze says he's looking forward to getting some runs as the West Indies get set to face Afghanistan in a 3-match T20 series starting next week. Athanaze has been named in a 16-man squad for the 3-match series, which will take place in the United Arab Emirates. The series will be the last one for the West Indies before they announce their World Cup squad. Athanaze says that he's looking forward to a strong showing in the series. I will hear from Alec Athanaze at 6:20. We can also tell you that there were centuries for Shamar Apple and Tanes Francis as the West Indies under-19 team pounded Japan in their final warm-up match ahead of the ICC under-19 World Cup. The West Indies posted a mammoth 346 for 6 in their 50 overs. Shamar Apple got 124. Tanis Francis 122. Japan were bowled out for just 117 runs. The West Indies won by 229 runs, and the West Indies, of course, will open up their campaign in the World Cup on Thursday. Let's bring you some football news now, as there are two games on in the sports division secondary schools football competition. There's a game at 2 o'clock in the under 14 division. That's between the Dominica Grammar School and the Northeast Comprehensive. And in the under 15 division, we'll see the Pierre Charles Secondary School battling the Portsmouth Secondary School. Also a doubleheader down at the Benjamin's Park in schools netball. Portsmouth Secondary School A team will battle the Portsmouth Secondary School B team in the under 16 division, and then the Dominica State College B team will face the Portsmouth Secondary School in the under 20 division. There are also two matches on tonight as the Nicky's Bar and Denver's Bar forehand domino tournament continues in Jimmet. The team Denver will play Jimmet Rock, and Reform will battle the United Forces. Both games will take place at Nicky's Bar from 7 o'clock tonight. Also, the defending women's national basketball champions, the 767 Sports Club So What, will begin their quest to repeat as champions as Game 1 of the DABA Paxam Bank Women's Finals gets underway tonight at the Massac Indoor Facility. So What will battle the Detroit Wings in Game 1 of the 3-match finals starting from 8 o'clock. I believe we have some more time. That's all the time? Yes, that's all the time we're going to have for sports. This lunchtime, let's head back to Kewana Fountain Wilson with the headlines of the news.
DBS News.
Thank you, Garvin. In the headlines of the news this lunchtime, Dominica's Minister of Environment commits to implementing measures to protect the Debwash area. And in news from the region, St. Lucia's Prime Minister outlines safeguards in deportee talks. And internationally, Greenland's Prime Minister says we choose Denmark over U.S. This has been the DBS Lunchtime News. Thank you so much for listening. On behalf of our links person, Leila Langford, and the entire news desk, wishing you good afternoon.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS.
Picture this: turquoise waters, golden sunsets, and you on an all-inclusive Caribbean cruise for 2. This Christmas, Daily 3 could make that dream come true. Spend $10 or more on Daily 3 tickets, multi-X or not, and you'll automatically receive a promotional voucher. Win cash prizes up to $2,000, a $1,000 grocery voucher, or the ultimate holiday escape, a Caribbean cruise for 2. Play Daily 3 today and sail into the holiday of a lifetime. Your cruise awaits. Promotion begins Monday 8th December 2025 and ends Friday 16th January 2026. Dominica National Lottery. Everything is possible. Must be 18 or older to participate. Picture this: turquoise waters, golden sunsets, and you on an all-inclusive Caribbean cruise for 2. This Christmas, Daily 3 could make that dream come true. Spend $10 or more on Daily 3 tickets, multi-X or not, and you'll automatically receive a promotional voucher. Win cash prizes up to $2,000, a $1,000 grocery voucher, or the ultimate holiday escape, a Caribbean cruise for 2. Play Daily 3 today and sail into the holiday of a lifetime. Your cruise awaits. Promotion begins Monday 8th December 2025 and ends Friday 16th January 2026. Dominica National Lottery. Everything is possible. Must be 18 or older to participate.
Super 6 jackpot is now $210,000. Have you played?
New game in town. Get ready to match 5 and you can win 10K. Let's go. Play with just $2. Match 5 numbers from 1 to 29 to win. Draws every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. It's easy, fun, and local. Match 5, your local jackpot game. Dominican National Lottery.
That's right, players. You can purchase your favorite lottery tickets for up to 12 draws at a time. Why play for one draw when you can play for more? With Play 4, play up to 6 draws. Super 6, Powerball, and Tic-Tac-Toe, play up to 10 draws. With a Daily 3, Big 4 one-off, play up to 12 draws. Avoid the long lines. Limit your time spent waiting to purchase for individual draws. Play for many draws with just one stop.
Double the draws, double the chances, double the excitement. Match 5, your local jackpot game.
5 chances, 2 draws a week. Endless excitement. This is not just a game, it's your game. Match 5.
Blast Gaming presents its biggest jackpot ever. Blast Mystery Program. I'm so excited, I can't hide it. In your blast jackpot rising, and I like it. It going up, and up, and up, and up, and up. Blast up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up.
Play selected games to win in the Blast Mystery Progressive. Pick until you match 3 gems and win one of the 5 cash jackpots. Or you can blast up with the Mystery Progressive jackpot.
It going up, and up, and up, and up, and up. Blast up, and up, and up. Blast Gaming.
I am Ken Judge, the money man. Be a responsible player. Play within your limit and stay within it.
Turn $2 into $2,000 when you play.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. It's now time for another midday draw here at Dominica National Lottery. I'm your host, Michelle Lewis, and now it's time for some grand winnings with Play 4. Good luck. The first lucky number is 10. Your second lucky number is 20. The third winning number is 21. And your fourth lucky number, it's number 3. To recap, the winning numbers this afternoon for Play 4 are 10, 20, 21, and 3. And that's Play 4 with our grand winners every day. Stay tuned. Up next, it's Big 4 with Multi-X.
Only 5 numbers stand between you and a jackpot starting at $10,000. Are your numbers ready? Match 5.
From 5 numbers to financial freedom. Who will be the first Match 5 winner? Match 5, Dominica wins.
Look, yours. It's not just a game. It's our game. Dominica's very own jackpot. Match 5.
We're back. Now it's time for a big win with your Select 4. Let's play some Big 4 with Multi-X. Good luck. All right, it's time for those big winning numbers. This afternoon's lucky numbers for Big 4 are 7, 5, 8, and 9. And now we're moving on to reveal the Multi-X ball. The multi-X ball chosen this afternoon for Big Four is FP, not multiplied but